Empire.
Nebraska, the Omaha Supernovas, your Major League Volleyball team, are about to hit the court. Mark your calendars for January 24th at 7 p.m. when we host the first ever Pro Volleyball Federation match against the Atlanta Vibe at the CHI Health Center. Witness world-class talent, including national champions and Olympians. Don't wait. Secure your single match tickets today at supernovas.com and become a part of history.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com. where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Old School with DP and J.
DPGM. What are you going to do to Caleb Williams? What are you going to do? You going to draft him?
No.
You're not going to draft him?
No, I don't. Here's my thing. I don't want anybody to. I'm not going to bring poison into my program because that's what it would be. He's letting you know he's poison. He's venom. Why would I put poison in my own soup?
Maybe you think you're a mongoose. You can't.
No. I have zero.
You're a mongoose. You can take the Cobra venom.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Make plans to stop by the Rock Creek Renegades Gun Show this Friday through Sunday at the Sandhills Global Event Center. The show will feature guns, ammo, and supplies for shooting enthusiasts. Admission is $8 per person with concessions available. Hours are 5 to 8 p.m. on Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday, and 9 to 3 on Sunday. Located in the Currency Pavilion. It's the Rock Creek Renegades Gun Show from January 26th to the 28th at the Sandhills Global Event Center at 84th and Havelock.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up, Jay Foreman, DP, Austin on the ones and twos. We are coming at you live from 1040 O Street. 11th and O if you want to be lazy with your GPS directions. But we are Old School, brought to you by the Mercado, Certified Piedmontese. Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, located in Lincoln at 2 locations, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill. We do have a little bit of a heat wave. You got a little bit of snow melting. We can see the cement. So, hey, don't hesitate to try to fire up that grill if we can get a couple more days in it. But
y'all better watch your feet out there, though.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's some accidents happening.
Yeah, it's the temperature drops. It might get a little slippage going. But before we jump into the sports news of the day, obviously, DP, you just got back from Omaha CHI. We will be having Old School from courtside tomorrow, leading up into your pregame.
Yes, sir.
But I'll ask you on a scale of 1 to 7, right?
Yep.
1 being the least, 7 is stupendous.
Yep.
What's your excitement level about calling your first professional volleyball game up there for the Omaha Supernovas?
7.
7.
7. There's no new business, right? Until you watch the best some of the best volleyball players in the world.
Right.
And I'll repeat that so people understand some of the best volleyball players in the world.
Right.
Are gonna represent Nebraska tomorrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, the games are in Omaha. It has Omaha in the title, in the name, and it's where they're playing. I'm gonna tell you one that Shelton Collier is the head coach, and in his 41 years of being a head coach, 41 years, he's had one losing season.
The model of consistency.
He's had one losing season, and you start to talk to him, and then you start to understand why.
Right.
Logical, balanced, purposeful, mission purposed. Right. He went through and broke down how he put this team together, why it looks the way it looks, what they're trying to accomplish from it, what his thinking is, and then reminding people that the entire world will be watching the state of Nebraska tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, because the Omaha Supernovas is in this league is the first game, and so I think
It's
obviously
the first game.
I think the fan participation, the way that Nebraska's done every single outside of collegiate sport, the way the fan support has been there, and Omaha has embraced from the College World Series to the swimming trials to volleyball being up there, it is obviously put Omaha on the map to start a professional volleyball league. Obviously, made waves, when obviously Joe Burrow and his dad kind of announced that they're invested in it, and then obviously it really took off from there. I remember when we were up at CWS last year, and that was where kind of the Supernovas were kind of passing out cards, and then people were like, okay, that's great, and then obviously you started to see the roster come together, the coaches, and obviously some real financial backing, and it's needed, right? I think the explosion of Nebraska collegiate volleyball and the consistency, and how Nebraska, the state of Nebraska, and let's just say the 500-mile radius, along with Texas and all the other schools, and the way it's been so exciting on the major networks, time is now. Now, probably it needed to be, probably 10, 15 years earlier, but you can't, I always say you can't go back and dig up a dead horse. So right now is the time, and Nebraska's going to come out and support their hometown team, but I think also they have strategically placed all the other teams in volleyball cities that will be getting the same type of support throughout the nation. And so it's a 24-game season, and I think that they understand, and maybe it's where they could really go and understand and look at how the WNBA has been able to grow their product, right, and start to feature some of their players, feature some of their coaches, have an avenue for both local, let's just say within the Big 10, Big 12 conference, right? And then obviously in even all the way out to, if you have a really good players at Kearney and all these, a little bit lower level schools, that there's a place for them they potentially could go and play and not have to, spend 6, 8, 9 months away from their families playing overseas and playing maybe not in ideal conditions. So if you can really find a way to obviously get everybody to support it, but obviously financially and through fanfare and social media, makes it a little bit easier now. Because you'd be able to brand some stuff and be able to, sell, marketing and stuff like that, and advertisements that you can compete with playing overseas. And, then you do a cost analysis. So, okay, if I'm making X amount, a little bit less, but I'm staying home, there is a cost that, there's a cost to that, happiness and convenience. And so, I think it's going to be a really good, opportunity for, all those young ladies and professionals to play. I'm excited to see the difference. When we had Coach Saunders on last week, of how they're going to play. It's going to be a little bit more high paced. It's not going to be as much size, and there will be some size, but with the way that they rotate, they don't have as many subs from what I gathered from her. So that means you're going to have to be more strategic. So that means it's going to be everybody's going to have to bring it. And so I think that's going to bring an exciting brand of volleyball, even though volleyball is already really, really exciting as well. So, look, it's kind of like, it's not Husker season, and maybe you can equate it to, Matt Rule, or when Scott Frost was taking over, you 30 days out, 15 days out, or 60 before that. And then like, oh, here you are, you're 24 hours away. because we'll be on the air right now, anticipation. And what people don't realize, and this is, just one of the benefits of being a former professional athlete, the air in the arena or in the stadium, in my case, in football, and PBA tonight, they're not professional, but just the air is different, and it's just a feeling when there's the pre-match energy, the pre-match nervousness, the anxiety. You got to think a lot of these young ladies, no, I'm not sure where they played prior. I mean, like, last season, or they just maybe finished up the season. Even though they've done and they're all well established in their profession, this is the first time they're playing for the Supernovas. And that's the great thing about it, because you're going to see them attack this new opportunity just like the fans will.
There's a couple of things to what you said. One, these are some of the best volleyball players in the world.
Yeah.
They're pros. All but one were pros for at least 3 years. There's one young lady that went straight from college into this thing. And these are pros. One of the players this is their 23rd year.
Mm-hmm.
They're pros. They prepare as you've talked about, they prepare at a pro level.
Yeah. And it's different.
And they know they never have to. Coach Shelton was talking about not having to set the temperature in the room, not having to set the standard for how hard they were going to work that day, because they're pros. They know how to get ready. They know how much work. They know to challenge each other. They know that the whole volleyball world is going to be watching them tomorrow, and they're taking pride in it.
Yeah.
And to tell you how today was different in the gym, one, the coaching staff is exceptional. This is a strong coaching staff. But then to watch the players that exist in it, that there are 6 young ladies with some level of Team USA experience, 3 Olympians, just on Omaha's team. Right? But that's going to be the case for all 7 teams.
Right, yeah.
And he made a point. He said, just be sure to share that as good as we're going to be, everybody else is going to be as good. Expect all 25, 23, 26, 24 sets. That's just there's no
5-set matches.
Imagine the NBA if there were only 7 teams. How good the play would be. That's what we're talking about. Imagine the NFL if there were 8 teams.
Yeah.
That's how good the volleyball is going to be tomorrow at CHI Center. So
I think the pride factor and going out there and putting on a good performance, the pride factor of being the first. When you're the first of anything, you there's a lot of pride in it. And I do have experience in this as well. Obviously, I've never played volleyball. Gravity has taken over on many things, but especially my vertical. And so there's no way I'm going to play. But when I got traded down to Houston, and it was the first of the Houston Texans. You take pride to go out there. We played Dallas, and motivated us to go out there and defeat Dallas. And so as far as them, this is the first game in a league, in a professional league. So I don't know if they whoever does have families, or they're potentially going to have families in the future of their own, or however they choose to go about it, or say their grandparents and say this league is still going on. They can look back and say, look, we played the first game for the Omaha Supernovas in this league.
This is why you're Jay Foreman. So one of the young ladies hadn't played volleyball in 6 years, had just had a baby a year ago, and said, simply asking the coach if she could try out, and he's like, probably not. Like, this is another level. You haven't played a while. Not likely. The cards fall exactly perfectly in place for her to go and get in shape. She did the work herself, right? Not with the promise of a tryout, certainly not a promise of making the team, because they told her it's not likely for you to even fit in a tryout situation. And for her, he says, I didn't make the decision to put her on the active roster. She did.
Yeah.
She did. And there's another young lady who's a coach. Listen, she's basically a walk-on in the pro game, who's coaching at Blair High School. who got herself in shape, got into camp. They told her, yeah, probably not likely. Probably not likely to happen. And who simply prepared herself and outworked people that they had in their original plan to keep.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be like that. It's like going in a training camp and you always have those surprises and you just never know when, they'll either get the itch as an athlete or you get the opportunity. And a lot of times it's the opportunity and then what you do with it. Right. And like one of the best things you said where, it wasn't a coach's decision. It was, her decision to make the coaches and making it an easier decision for the coach to make the decision to make a hard cut or prove their assumptions wrong. And that's something that, whether you're a volleyball player, professional or collegiate, football player, baseball player, it doesn't matter. You could, if you have a will and want to, you can force yourself on there and then make them, obviously continue to, make yourself look good and make them have egg on their face by not having you out there from the beginning. So I think it's it's an exciting time. I'm sure, they're going home. I mean, I'm sure they're done practicing or whatever. And then, they're going through, their pregame, night before the game rituals and trying to draw upon experience, especially if you think of somebody that hadn't played volleyball in 6 years. The way that you prepare for a game is something that is yours and yours only, sacred in your preparation. But, if I hadn't played a football game in 6 years, I'm sure that would be a little rusty. So those are the things that'll be interesting as the season goes on. You start to hear the different stories, obviously through yourself, Nick and Rico, and obviously with Coach Saunders being able to feature different players and situations to bring even more insight into how this all came about, how they all got here, and how they're hopefully continue to be successful. So it's exciting 24 hours, man, and it's always special. Something the ticket to be the flagship as well. Obviously, can kind of, ride hand in hand with the Supernovas where, the ticket popped up on a lot of people like a Pop-Tart and we here, to do our thing, and same with the Supernovas. So with that being said, we're going to go to a quick break, come back, and we'll talk a little bit of NFL, and then we'll dive into this Husker game tonight. This is I wouldn't say it's a trap game, but I think this could be a statement game for these Huskers against those Buckeyes. Jay Foreman, DP Austin. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Start 2024 off on a high note by loading up on meat and more at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through January 23rd is a Nebraska ground beef case sale. 12 one-pound packages of premium Nebraska ground beef for just $46.99 per case and $2 off Graza olive oils. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open, one at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G207684.
Make plans to stop by the Rock Creek Renegades Gun Show this Friday through Sunday at the Sandhills Global Event Center. The show will feature guns, ammo, and supplies for shooting enthusiasts. Admission is $8 per person with concessions available. Hours are 5 to 8 p.m. on Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday, and 9 to 3 on Sunday. Located in the Currency Pavilion. It's the Rock Creek Renegades Gun Show from January 26th to the 28th at the Sandhills Global Event Center at 84th and Havelock.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with 4 Lincoln locations, but now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
It's pro time, Nebraska. The Omaha Supernovas, your Major League Volleyball team, are about to hit the court. Mark your calendars for January 24th at 7 p.m. when we host the first ever Pro Volleyball Federation match against the Atlanta Vibe at the CHI Health Center. Witness world-class talent, including national champions and Olympians. Don't wait. Secure your single match tickets today at supernovas.com and become a part of history.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Hilriola, the doctor, the Polynesian Bowl. He had a lot of throws. He made a couple of nice throws. He threw outs. He threw a deep dig. He threw a slant that went to the house. There were so many different passes that we saw him. And he's got a little quick twitch. Is he fast? No. Quick twitch? Yes. It was good to see him moving around. Listen, he connected with, guess who?
Carter Nelson.
Thank you. We got a chance to see Carter twice. It was good for me to watch that because I think that's a precursor of what's
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Second segment, Jay Foreman, DP, Austin on the ones and twos. We see more traffic walking up and down the sidewalks here of O Street. Number one, they can see it. So we want to give big thanks to the city of Lincoln, and they did a really good job of braving the elements a few days ago and out here trying to knock out some of the snow drifts here so people can get up and down the sidewalks. But as the tip-off here is early tonight on Peacock at 6 p.m., people have obviously started to make their way downtown, and the excitement is in the air for the Huskers to take on the Buckeyes. But before we get into that, we'll save that right before we get into the game in the 5 o'clock hour is well, you know what? We'll jump into what we talked into off air. And DP, I want your, I know it's been drudged and ran through the coals, but obviously I haven't seen you, so I want to ask what your opinion is. Obviously, you've been traveling, so I want to ask what your opinion is or was. Maybe it's changed on the Caitlin Clark flopgate. That's what we'll call it, flopgate. Not LeBron, Caitlin.
Listen, it's like the Zapruder film, right? Back and to the left. Back and to the left. She ran over that girl.
Yeah.
She ran over the girl. Now, first things first, while I understand the tradition behind rushing the court,
Right.
at some point that is a confession that we can't handle it, but the numbers say there's no real way for a building other than, even if they put up a fence, people would somehow get to the court. So, okay, fine. Second of all, the players belong on the court, the fans don't.
Right. Well, it's been going on for forever.
It's been on, and we keep waiting for something bad to happen. We had a coach, who did Purdue's coach?
Matt Painter.
Yeah, said, hey, listen, there's going to come a time where something bad happens. So we can fix it before it goes bad or not. Well, the best player in the league had a confrontation. She knows better.
Yeah.
The fans should know better, but we also know that fans aren't exactly in the right mind when something
It's
like
short
that
for
happens,
a fanatic.
right? That doesn't happen. So listen, Caitlin Clark, do better. Security around the Big Ten conference, do better. Coaches, have a plan. Have a plan for what you're going to do, because we always said when the horn sounds, you beeline to the locker room.
Yeah.
Beeline straight to the locker room. You cannot
Lallygag.
Right? You can't be out here because things are going to happen. But also, tell your fans, don't get in the way.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that fan was in the way. You know what I'd probably maybe like to see. I don't know how many like security people they need, but if you just create like a wall, so even if you have to go to one locker room, in the back, like at PBA, you know what I mean, where the Huskers, have to go a little bit longer, or everybody goes, or the visiting team, and they kind of double back around and go all through Nebraska. And I think there's ways to do that. That way you have protection.
Have a plan.
Yeah, have a plan.
I don't know what and I love the staff at PBA. Love them. Cordial, professional, bet. But if the crowd at PBA at a Huskers basketball game, men's or women, decide they're going to rush the floor, the staff at PBA is not built for that. Those are aunties, grandmas, granddads. They're nice people, but they're not out there trying to Jay Foreman linebacker, lead the league in tackles and protecting people. They're not. I was in the tunnel for Purdue, and then I moved out of the tunnel because they were gathering security people.
Right.
And Jay, I looked at the line and was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I can take you. I can take you. I could
Yeah,
take
I
you.
mean,
Got you.
I think
At
that
61, I'm winning.
Hey, we almost had another one over here.
Right,
My man right there is still listening.
Right.
I give you two, dude. My man right there almost got hit, and he ain't break stride. I hear you, man. I like it, man.
Okay, sidebar to that, because that on the street right there. Let me explain. Okay.
It was his fault.
I know, but let me.
Did you get hit again?
The hand
GP?
is there.
Let me ask for the last 3 weeks. Now I walk to work. And it's a straight line. It's a straight line. At the corner of 9th and O, if you're on the opposite side of the street, walking towards 10th Street, if you're at the light, then at the same time that the pedestrian light goes on, the turn light goes on. Now, every rule of driving in the history of man says pedestrian first, right? Pedestrian first. I'm not making that up, right? Everybody knows it. Everybody who passes a driving test knows. If somebody is at the light and gets the walk sign, you wait. Can I tell you, for 14 straight days, Lincoln, Nebraska drivers speed in front, at full speed, hit the pedal hard to turn into that. And I'm just standing there going, day one, it's the driver. Day two, okay, it's the driver. Day three, y'all don't care. You don't care. You don't care. It happened this morning, and there's ice. So that's the other thing. And another thing, there's a crosswalk. It's actually it's painted on the roads. That's not for your car. That's to tell people who are walking to walk here. And you know what the street people who clean it up do? They clean that up for you. So there's a path. So you don't. Lincoln, Nebraska, do better. Do better.
You gotta be on your toes, dog. We got places to go.
It's not safe to walk, man. What is happening?
Get out the way.
What is I hate to be like I've been holding on to this one since before I went to Canada. Because I went to Canada and Canada got it right, but Lincoln, Nebraska decides that they can't honor. There's a sign that says, "Wait."
I think people got PTSD from football weekend. Because people there in football Husker weekend, they act like they just invincible. You can get ran over, and it's nature versus nurture. But
come on, man.
As far as Caitlin Clark goes, that's a little bit. Obviously, what DP was talking about is that stuff. I think it's it's also on the fans too. I mean, I know you're excited and stuff like that. Ooh. I mean, I get it. You're excited to win, but in Caitlin Clark's case, she initiated the contact. The young lady was trying to, obviously, I think, run and do a selfie and tried to avoid her. And Caitlin Clark sought the contact out and then flared on the floor or whatever. I just think in general, yes, you want to make sure you have security measures for it. I think if they could find a way to, even if it's pause for the way of the game and even put like some sort of like tape or something where you just could line it so where the players are kind of secluded, so like keep all the rushing on the floor, and if the home team wants to go out there after they shake hands and then the visiting team goes off in a certain way, I'm all for it.
Did you ever have that in Buffalo, or the competitive games, you having to rush off the field, right? And
I'm sure national championship. Oh yeah, when we won the first national championship, you people get on there, but we were in the winning side, so it was all celebratory. But I know that there was a time when a Kansas State fan got into a player's face and he got dropped. And that's, look, you run up on somebody, you get dealt with. But I think if you accidentally run into somebody like this,
Foreman, Jay Foreman in uniform, in a froth.
Jay's got one left in him.
Yeah,
even after a long game.
Right. When we played Colorado, Coach Osborne, when we left the locker room, he was team rule, like you going out here with your helmet on.
Yeah.
And you're getting hit with batteries and pennies and stuff like that. And you've heard about the stories going up to Boulder and probably some from last year. So, obviously we were good enough to where they never won those. And I'm sure there would have been a situation there because those fans don't know how to act. So I just think it just, take a little bit more effort. I think the Purdue coach, listen, also understand you're number one team in the nation. People are going to rush the floor. Same, and that's the way it is. I'm glad nobody's been hurt. I think the Caitlin Clark thing, she gets away with it just because how good she is. I think she just flopped and flared on the floor and she initiated contact, and that's the way it is.
That's what the text line said. It's just about being a sore loser. You're mad. Your team lost. So
that was a little bit out of it. It's calculated, and it's amazing how after you lose a game and you're by and far, you're the best player in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have been in the NBA draft last year. Probably would have been number one pick or something like that. And are killing the NIL, that she does some of the dumbest things. And that's and I always wonder what these athletes think. I told her
she's got a little Luka to her.
She's got a little the dude from Duke, Grayson Allen.
Oh,
she does.
Yeah,
she does.
Allen,
right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no,
Allen.
And she's not dirty. Remember Grayson Allen would step on somebody's ankles like, oh, I didn't see him. Well, he's 6'6", 250 pounds.
Yeah.
There's only 8 other people out here, and he has the other team's jersey, but you didn't see him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He blended in.
Yeah, he just blended in, right? Chameleon. Oh, he just got there. I just I just stepped on your neck.
It was John Cena. I couldn't see him.
I think like that. I was telling a story about when we were in high school and played with guys, and I think just in general, where you play, you play. People always think like, oh, you're an old guy. You're on your lawn or whatever. And I just made the statement. And this was at Nebraska. If you came out there and were playing around, you mess around with get punched. You know what I mean? And it's not because they want to beat you up. But like, look, man, we're out here playing serious stuff right here. We're taking it serious. I think with Caitlin Clark, she's gotten away with all the stuff, like the whole like waving the girl off, let her shoot. You're gonna come across somebody that isn't gonna care who you are, because Vernon Maxwell dropped Gary Payton.
Yeah.
Okay. When Gary Payton was at the apex of his career in practice, I've seen, and I won't name any names. I've seen guys that are in the Hall of Fame get folded up in the locker. Yeah. And I'm telling you, listen, I had never literally I was trying to get my ankle retaped. I literally got up with a bum ankle and ran into the trainer's room, because I was like, listen, I don't want the coach to see me being involved and somehow I say what I saw, and the next thing you know, I'm getting cut. I was out of there. But yeah, I think that with the Caitlin Clark thing, it is what it is, and we'll see where it goes from there. And interesting to see how she moves forward.
Yeah,
and the head coach does it too.
Clutched her pearls at, you got to do better. This is what they could injure. They could injure my baby.
Well, and then there were some national writers carrying that water too.
Well, you didn't even. That means they didn't even look at it because they didn't see it. Right?
They didn't watch it. Slow motion is killing people. Because if somebody's running like this, I mean, it's just one of those things. And
this was some, and my favorite thing, like everybody put the Ric Flair flop right afterwards, where Flair he's walking normally and he just falls on his face. That's where this was like, come, and she could have just said, you know what, I got caught up in the moment. I was upset over the finish. I'll do better.
And left it at that.
End of story. End of story. Then you can go say, and oh, by the way, let's figure out a way to make sure this never happens again.
Yeah. Anyways, we're at Jay Foreman, DP. We got any trivia, DP? You gonna try to knock them out with basketball trivia?
Yeah, I'm gonna give them some basketball.
All right,
trivia.
We're gonna go to break, come back. DP's got it back. Listen, he always got on me and said my trivia was too hard.
Oh, this is tough.
When you asked about that dude, was it Tom Beck?
Yeah,
Tom Beck.
Yeah. Hey, no disrespect to the Beck family. I was not a basketball historian for Nebraska Goes in the 60s. So we're going to take a quick break, come back. DP has the trivia question, and we'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello, everybody. It's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear that new Honda manufacturing continues to go up, and you have new Hondas in stock now.
That's correct, Charlie. We have more than 40 new Hondas in stock right now. It's great that a customer can come in and buy a new Honda and drive it home that day. New Honda inventory keeps getting better each month.
Okay, then. How about used cars, Andy?
We have more than 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from right now, and a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in daily. We have just about every maker model you can imagine in any price range.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard, increase security, and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Start 2024 off on a high note by loading up on meat and more at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through January 23rd is a Nebraska ground beef case sale. 12 one-pound packages of premium Nebraska ground beef for just $46.99 per case and $2 off Graza olive oils. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open, one at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Cover more acres with a pre-owned sprayer or planter from Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer. We offer one of the area's largest selections of used sprayers, applicators, planters, and seeders. Through the month of January, take advantage of fixed-rate financing of 3.9% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver. Visit your local Landmark Implement location or view our complete sprayer and seeder inventory at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of freezing rain this morning, otherwise fog, increasing fog. Today we'll see a high around 34. Tonight, a chance of freezing rain, otherwise fog, increasing fog expected with a low around 31. And tomorrow, a chance of rain and more freezing rain, more fog too. We'll see a high around 35. Meteorologist Kyle Clark for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If your home isn't delivering the year-round comfort you expect, call the experts at Bryant. Warm and cool, comfort and confidence. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Call 467-1111.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We're back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. Back on the ones and twos. The time has come for the trivia question by DP to stump all the ticket listeners and on text line.
Well, if I'm going to stump them, there's one question. If we want, so what do you want? You want question 1A or 1B? What do you want?
1A.
You want 1A. Okay. 1A asked the question, who was the first Nebraska basketball player to be all conference 3 times? First team, all conference 3 times. Who? New Day says who? Who? And I know they're all Googling. What I really wanted to see was if somebody knew it.
Yeah,
Like if somebody knew it, that's one thing. If you're Googling to find out, then you don't know it and you're just cheating.
Is that the answer? Is that the right answer? Austin?
No.
Nope.
It is not.
No. No, that is incorrect. That is incorrect. It is not Cookie Belcher. It is not Cookie Belcher. It is not Hoppin. It is not Pike.
We gave a lot of names at 3:30 and 3:45.
It was not Pike. Austin gave y'all the hookup. That's what triggered the question, because if you're talking about the best basketball players in Nebraska history,
is it Jerry Ford?
You mean the president, the former president?
Oh no, it's Jerry.
born in Nebraska.
One of the listeners said Jerry Ford. Do we have?
I know what he meant. I'm going to be kind and give him. Austin, what do you think? Close enough?
Is it Gary Ford?
It's Jerry, but Fort.
Oh
man, give him a break.
Give him a
Professor Foreman says give him a break.
Give him a break. The T's right by the D.
We'll give
Jerry Ford.
Ford. So, and this was why.
What's his stats? What year did he play?
Right. So, in a time where, and the numbers will lead up to you, that to score 1,800 points, almost 1,900 points in his career, to do this in a time where, again, Nebraska's still not won a conference, an NCAA tournament game. And to give 3 years of being the best, and when we talk about a super competitive conference, Austin, he's a top 10 player in Nebraska history. He has to be, right?
Let's see who this dude is, man.
Averaged 18 points per game, along with where the numbers go. 4 rebounds, 3 assists per game. Drafted in the third round by the Boston Celtics in 76.
He played in 76?
He played from 72 to 76 at Nebraska. Yep.
Let me see what's up.
Plumbers. Is that your argument, Jay? Played against Plumbers?
Yeah, he played against a bunch
Leave him alone, Jay.
John Paxson.
Jay.
I'm just playing.
Like and you could call it 6'3", so there's size good enough for the Celtics to make a decision that, hey, we need him.
Those Celtics.
Yeah, them dudes. It wasn't just, hey Jay, it wasn't the mother. It wasn't the mother. Think about this. The Celtics picking a brother with a decent afro from Nebraska in the 70s. He had to bring something to the table.
Yeah. He's from Chicago.
Right? Like, brother with the good hair.
His third in career sport scoring.
Brother with the good hair, right? Looked like he could give you something, didn't he?
Yeah, he give you work.
Look, as hard as he worked in his afro before the game.
Oh, yeah. You better not foul him hard either. Mess his fro up. Better not foul him hard. He really going to start giving you that work.
Bro was like, listen.
Yeah, don't touch the hair.
I work too hard to look good.
He be up there, and the afro will be moving when he be up there gliding in the air.
Right? His game day pictures was nice. Well done, Jerry Ford.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's just we talk sports all day, every day. And there's certain names that are just passed about, but there's certain names that are missed.
Yeah.
And Jerry Ford is one of those. I mean, a 3-time first team.
Yeah.
First team.
Yeah, he's a bad boy.
Basketball
yeah,
player.
he's a bad boy. And then also, the thing is as much as people could say that, he probably was the only legitimate player on the team, right? Probably, obviously, he was the best player on the team, and there wasn't an overabundance of talent. But when you are the only player on the team without a whole bunch of abundance of talent, it makes it even harder. And the fact that also in the 70s, he opened the pathways for, a lot of guys that came after him as well. So, you got to talk about that. That type of climate that he was able to perform in
mid-70s,
getting it done, and
Texter, before we go to break, Texter says, DP, you think they got the decision right in the UFC main event Saturday night? No, I do not. I thought that Sean Strickland had done enough to retain his title. So there's that.
Yeah,
thank you. I got it off.
Gerald Ford. No, pecan pie. It was not me. I was not talking about Gerald. I was just reading right off of the text line.
Said,
yeah. Yeah, pecan.
Yeah.
Get up off me, man. Anyways, Jay Foreman DP. We're gonna go to break, come back, and we'll talk NFL news and then the pregame for the Husker game at 6 p.m. Jay Foreman DP Austin. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Cover more acres with a pre-owned sprayer or planter from Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer. We offer one of the area's largest selections of used sprayers, applicators, planters, and seeders. Through the month of January, take advantage of fixed-rate financing of 3.9% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver. Visit your local Landmark Implement location or view our complete sprayer and seeder inventory at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
School taught you all about the 4 seasons, spring, summer, and so on. And then there's the way we really tell what time of year it is in sports seasons. Football season, baseball season, or off season. But what's the chocolate season? Well, it's now. And now, and now, and always. Whether you're looking for a caffeinated pick-me-up on the way to work, a little snack on the way home, or you need the perfect gift that's sure to be appreciated, it's time for the chocolate season. 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead at thechocolateseason.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay,
Playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
5 o'clock hour. This is Old School. Jay Foreman, DP Austin. We are brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill. Every type of meat and every type of cut. On days like today, you can get this single serving size, frozen and fresh, and family serving size. Save yourself some time and energy and enjoy the last little few minutes you have before the nightfall comes and the Huskers kick the Ohio State Buckeyes butt on over there at PBA. But before that, we do have some potential movement, which is going to probably, potentially, if it does happen, send some shockwaves through the NFL and the college ranks. Obviously, just with Nick Saban's retiring and DeBoer going down to Alabama, but then obviously Jed Fish replacing him, and then so forth and so on, the dominoes can fall. But it seems like the dominoes have stopped. But it looks and points towards, according to Adam Schefter and guys on Twitter, that Jim Harbaugh and the Spanos family are moving towards an agreement for him to be the head coach. And he would be bringing Mentor, I think it's Jesse Mentor, the defensive coordinator, and his son, along with him, probably, and a couple other coaches. So that is not official, but is potentially close to be official. It's probably as close as Jim Harbaugh was as being the Vikings head coach until he got off the plane and decided he wanted to be the GM/owner and head coach, quarterback, offensive coordinator, and everything else to it. I think he maybe learned his lesson. It looks like
he's going to do play-by-play too.
Yeah, he would do it all. And it'll be interesting to see if it gets that far and he finally does put his pen to paper and makes that leap back into the NFL. I think the time is for him, but it will put a ton of pressure down there in Atlanta for them to make a decision. The Tennessee Titans have hired Callahan, Bill Callahan's son, from the Bengals, who's the offensive coordinator of the Bengals. Let me get his name right. Brian Callahan, who has coached some of the likes of Peyton Manning, Matthew Stafford. And
you got to put coach in air quotes, though.
Oh, well, Peyton Manning signs off on him, though.
Yeah, but I mean,
if Peyton Manning signs off on me, I did something right. Listen, Cliff Kingsbury.
Just don't screw it up.
Cliff Kingsbury got a job by having a coffee with Sean McVay. If Peyton Manning puts his stamp of approval saying that you are a good coach, you actually probably are 2 or 3 steps ahead of Josh McDaniels, that has failed tremendously 18 times in the league and continues to be employed. So he is now the new coach of the Tennessee Titans. So Rand Carthon got his coach. And so you got to think the likes of Mike Vrabel, Raheem Morris, Steve Wilkes, obviously Harbaugh, and obviously Bill Belichick, so forth and so on, is still out there. But if Harbaugh makes the first move, look for all the other franchises to make their move. Philadelphia has their end of the season presser. Looks like they're keeping Nick Sirianni, right? Is that his name? Sirianni? Which is interesting because in order to keep his job, guess what he did? Fired the offensive coordinator. So he got in there and said, what do y'all got to go?
Sound familiar?
Yeah. But the best part about it is I wouldn't say it was totally on the offense why they weren't good this year. Right? Yeah. I would probably say in the Tampa game, the defense was pathetic. And at times. So I think that, getting rid of Brian Johnson as the offensive coordinator, DP, they've interviewed Ron Rivera, who has a stint in Philly there before for the defensive coordinator position. So essentially, you're getting 2 head coaches. You're getting a recent head coach that's been successful, but then you're getting an excellent defensive coordinator with that talent that will demand effort and respect for the game. Philly could be a problem if they get Ron Rivera and get an offensive coordinator in there. Then also the most interesting thing was the Todd Bowles. I don't know if you guys watched that game where there was could have took a timeout and forced Detroit to actually punt, and he just said the game was over. That's probably not the best. You do not say that out loud. Just say, hey, we didn't see the clock. We thought it was over. Do not say the game was over. Do not do that.
Yeah. It's,
would there be a reason they thought they didn't have a timeout, though?
I think look, a lot of things would have had to go right for them to tie the game and all that. But
you do everything.
You do everything. That way you go in all, hey, I shot all my shots and so forth and so on. And plus, with social media and the amount of people, I was watching the game. I was like, normally you would just go through the formality, call a timeout, and they speed it up.
Yeah, you give them a chance.
You give them a chance, and then you go from there. But, that was the most interesting thing, considering Tampa has a lot of free agents. You had obviously Baker Mayfield playing excellent this year. They got to sign back Levante David. They have to. He had another phenomenal year. As he's getting older, he's getting better. He is a stalwart, and he is, I wouldn't say approaching Derek Brooks.
Yeah.
Or, catching, but I would say he's approaching Derek Brooks' status as a player. Not quite, but that's a feat that not many people that ever play in the NFL. But Levante is playing phenomenal football. He's a big in the community and in the organization, so they got to deal with him. But I think that's interesting if Brian Callahan and Jim Harbaugh through the weekend, if Jim Harbaugh is the San Diego or Los Angeles Chargers head coach, that will put the pressure.
Okay, so what does that do for you?
Well, I think they've been connected probably, correct me if I'm wrong, Austin. I think we started hearing about him maybe middle of the season, even when Staley was the head coach, to being connected there. He has experience, he's been in he coached at the University of San Diego. I think it brings legitimacy to that organization for, the first time in a very long time, maybe probably since Marty Schottenheimer was there.
Yeah.
I think it brings a sense of, I guess, realness. People will respect them more. I think it changes the total identity of the Los Angeles Chargers. I think it brings a breath of fresh air and excitement through the locker room of the players. And I think it would attract a certain type of free agent and obviously draft picks or who they choose to pick. But I think everything is amped up.
Does Harbaugh excite NFL talent? Top level NFL talent?
I think they do, because they, maybe not personality wise, but I think underneath all that, they know that he's a good coach.
If you compare, okay, so in that division,
you got Sean Payton, Antonio Pierce, and Andy Reid's untouchable. I mean, that's not even, it's
right. So
right.
we see the space that he's walking into.
Right.
Does he change that space?
Oh yeah, because he's not gonna. I can tell you that Chargers team will not back down to that Chiefs team, and it will be real. It will not be.
Where have we ever seen Harbaugh take a blue and yellow team up against a juggernaut red team before?
Yeah, I
little baby.
But you know what? Patrick Mahomes didn't play for the red team.
No, But I think that it's if Harbaugh is going to go into a division like that with the top quarterback in the league, top coach in the league, top organization, quite frankly, or one of them in the league, the time is now, right? The Chiefs are, with Travis Kelce, who's the ultimate X factor, is getting older. He will probably be out of the league within a year or two, and that's not talent. It's just because obviously he has got a lot going on and a lot of good things for himself going on outside of football. So now the time they're ripe for the picking, and he will attract talent. He will get them better immediately, and players will want to play for him. Oddly enough, I I think beneath all the aloof press conferences and all that, I think when you get inside those walls, I think he has, and I think he has the respect of the players, and I think the fact that John Harbaugh and the way he is gives him more legitimacy at the pro level because he has a brother that's connected to it.
So here are the texts. I just want to go through it. One texter says the Chargers are in cap hell.
Right.
Statement of truth.
Yes,
so
they are.
The magic thing. Culligan J says Harbaugh feels like Urban Meyer 2.0. Hold that thought. He says, Jay, what good things are you referring to with Kelsey? And then finally, I want Todd Bowles bumped to DC. Which I'm not really mad at that. Okay, so where do you want to start with that?
There's no compare. Urban Meyer and Jim Harbaugh is not. It's just not a comparison. Urban Meyer was just spinning his wheels at the. Even thought of coming to the pros. He would struggle even at college because he's burned so many bridges. With Jim Harbaugh, he's been successful there. He coaches Michigan like a pro team. Heck, they are a pro team or a semi-pro team, and essentially with the talent that they've always had. So what he's done, and the most important thing with him is he knows how to develop NFL quarterbacks. And that's where you start and stop your organization, obviously a quarterback. So I don't think there's any compare. It could be, but I just don't think Jim Harbaugh loves the coach. I don't think you're going to see him doing some of the things that Urban was doing. It's not going to be like that. And then as far as Kelsey, I mean, he's on a ton of commercials that he's I think I was reading this thing where he's going to be up for some movie roles and stuff like that. So that, I mean, that's going to take you away. I think he hosted Saturday Night Live, right? So, I mean, when you start to do those things, those are tremendous opportunities. I'm not talking about his personal life. I mean, that's going to come and go. And I think the more important thing is like you can see him being stretched tremendously outside of football. Now, probably a lot of it's on his own, right? And then also with the more lax rules in the offseason will lead you to do that. And so he has a tremendous brand, moving forward. And then and then as far as Todd Bowles to DC, I was a little surprised that Tampa kept him as the head coach, but I think when you make the playoffs, you're going to run it back one more time. But I was going to say this. I always say coaches sometimes write their own obituary either by their actions or something that they say. And I think that will be on Todd Bowles' obituary as the Tampa Bay head coach. And listen, the game was in theory or in reality over, right? But when you say it, they always revert back to it. How or why do I say that? I remember distinctly. We after the Music City Miracle, we were kind of like Buffalo was this year, 6-6, and not living up to our potential. Hangover from Music City Miracle. Everybody's, I remember a big discussion in the locker room almost every day in training camp was who called that onside kick? Straight up. We're 6 months, 7 months after. We're trying to figure it out.
Fans on the text line, don't send the name.
Yeah. Well, I
Don't
know
do
who it was. But at the end of the day, we played Indianapolis. This is when the Colts were really rolling, right? They were rolling the year before, but this is when they were really going. Sunday night, we got blitzed. We had 3 games left. Indy, I think, by beating us, probably locked up the division. They asked Coach Wade Phillips, do you think you have a chance? And what we needed to do was go 3-0, and Indy had to go 0-3. They hadn't lost more than one game, like 2 games all year. Who thinks they're going to lose 3 in a row? Well, Coach Dungy started to kind of taper back and save his team for the playoffs. Didn't work out for Indy, but it worked out. They lost 3 games. We went 2-1. Guess who was gone? Wade. And it wasn't because of what we did. It was because of what he said. It went bonkers on ESPN. In reality, when the Colts were rolling like that, the chances of them losing 3 games were slim and none, but they did. When you say stuff like Todd Bowles, it will come back to bite you eventually.
I think a few points in what you say. Harbaugh in the NFL as a head coach, and then in that division doesn't make it easy because Broncos, Raiders,
Oh, it's not easy. And
will step up, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to continually. They're not just flail. They're making an effort.
Right.
Where would you, I mean? And that's the thing. Like Harbaugh took a team to the Super Bowl and should have won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Somebody turn the lights out.
Right. In that division, where do you put him?
As far as coaches?
Yeah.
I'd have to see another year of Sean Payton.
Okay.
I'd probably elevate him, obviously easily above Antonio Pierce just from just his resume and just what he's done. It's legit. He's won. He turned San Francisco around immediately. He made them a winner. You know, not only to the Super Bowl playoff team right away. He resurrected a ton of careers. And then obviously throughout his college, at every level, he's been a winner. So Sean Payton has the Super Bowl. I'd probably maybe put him on par. I think his knife is a little bit sharper than Sean Payton's is. I think Sean Payton got a little bit stale in New Orleans, and especially after Drew Brees. It's kind of like Bill Belichick. I want to see him without Drew Brees. I think Sean Payton resurrected some coaching stuff, getting them on the cusp of making the playoffs. So he had to do something to turn around, even though Russell Wilson, pulled a majority of it, and it was under odd circumstances that they tell you that if you keep playing good, we're going to bench you, and they were trying to because you didn't take a pay cut. But I think right now, yes, they're in salary cap trouble, but 1 year, which generally is always a transition year for a new coach, is worth it if you get the coach and you get the continuity from the top to the bottom. Owner, GM, head coach.
Is that in play in San Diego to your comfort?
If Jim Harbaugh goes there, that's 90% of the that's it right there. Now, if I'm Jim Harbaugh, where I go is Atlanta.
Yeah, that's what.
So me and Bill Belichick are racing to get to Atlanta, right? Where's the most turnover been? Right? When you look at it, it's kind of like the AFC East when the Patriots were just running through everybody. There were so many coaches that are always going through all three of those other teams. What do you think's happened down there? Dennis Allen is on the hot seat. Carolina's still looking for the coach, right? Todd Bowles, I wouldn't say is on a hot seat, but let's just say lame duck and not really secure concrete. If I come there with the talent that they have, right, and the owner and Arthur Blank, McKay, the president, GM, head coach, right? So we're all going to be consistently trying to draft, develop, and be a winner in that division. I mean, you got to think, DP, Carolina they could hire Bill Belichick tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Talent-wise, they're 3 years away from even sniffing the playoffs.
Other than the fact that we have the Seifert reference that we could make, that it's not that far for Belichick to correct the things that ail Carolina.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about quarterback. Okay, that's up in the air. Running back, they don't have one. They don't have a receiver. Now, you could do it where you bring in a whole bunch of guys.
Which he's done. Belichick has won without any of those except for the quarterback.
Except for Tom Brady. That ain't happening. Now, I think Bryce Young is better than what afforded to him because he wasn't throwing to anybody.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen played good, but you need a real dog out there.
Yeah.
And defensively, they kept you in the game.
Yeah. A couple of things. This is a sidebar. This drives me crazy, Jay Foreman. And I need y'all's help to work this through. Okay. So, Major League Baseball Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Beltre, Maurer, Helton.
Just came out?
Yeah.
Just now?
Get in. They're in. Right? They're in. Okay. Argue whatever you want about who that is. But another transaction happened today that just Jay Foreman, Austin Orman, I need your help with. So I'm just going to read off this thing and tell me what salary this player deserves. Now I'm going to preface this as my grandfather say, I'm going to put some vinegar in the soup from the get-go.
All right.
That this player, let me give you the averages for the last 8 years.
Is this in baseball?
Yeah.
Okay.
181,
Batting.
199.
Batting?
Batting. 160, 160, 159,
going with this.
162,
You're probably Joe
and,
Mauer.
and 177.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Let me read him again. And I'm going to go back. So let me give you his whole career. Jay Foreman, you ready for this? 204, 209, 206, a career high 253, 181, 199, 223.
He might be heading hella fire home runs.
160, 160, 159, 162, and 177. His career batting average for 9 years, 9 is 197. 197. And Jay Foreman, I want to announce to you that this player just signed a contract today for $5 million this year.
Oh, I saw this dude. I think I know you talking. What's his name?
Joey Gallo.
Yeah,
Not Joey Galloway.
Yeah.
Joey Gallo.
Now,
Is he a home run hitter or something?
You a strikeout hitter. That's what you are. You are a strikeout hitter. Jay Foreman, let me explain something to you and why
you mad just because he went to your Nats. That's
yes! You understand why it looked like I'm fighting God all the time when I talk about
Go ahead, Joey
Washington
Gallo. He was with my Twinkies last year, though.
Listen, every Washington team makes me feel like I'm fighting the sky. Like, I'm just throwing punches in the air.
I'll give it to him, though. He hit 177 with 21 ding-dongs. I'll take that, though.
You wouldn't. He struck out 142 times.
Listen, Kirby Puckett told me, say, if you don't strike out, you ain't going to be able to hit the ball. Keep swinging. I'll take Joey Gallo. I'll take Joey Gallo.
142 of 282 at-bats.
That's right. I like that.
50% of his at-bats.
Listen,
he's
active.
Not hit the ball.
He's active. DP, he's active.
You gave him $5 million.
I will tell you this: as long as those aren't third strike pitches that he's watching, I'm good. Because you know what? You get 40 homers, 80, 40, 92 RBIs.
Austin, what are you hitting? What are you hitting this year? If Washington put you up and said, Austin, you only have to hit 160, and we'll give you $5 million.
Yeah, you know what? You make my case for Kyler Murray. That's why I said Kyler Murray was a chump. Because if you can do this right here and get $5 million, if you're just even a tick above that, I can get 15. So big up to Joey Gallo and big up to them Nats. Great signing for the Nats. Listen where he's played. He's been with Texas Rangers, great organization. Then he went to the Yankees for a couple of years.
Tragic.
He must be like a great locker room guy. Then he went to the Dodgers, right? They're always trying to win, right? He only hit 7 home runs, so the Magic Man said you ain't handling your business. He must have been hurt 44 games.
You gotta go.
I picked him up midseason.
Just
a late season edition.
Okay, so he had 19 homers. He's right on par, and I like it. He ain't walking. He said, "Listen, I'm not here to do anything but round the bases." Okay, so I'm
left turns only.
Yeah, left turns only. Home run.
He has 30 stolen bases in 9 years. 30. So you can't run and you can't hit. Like,
he got 1,200 strikeouts. That's what I'm talking about. Get up there and swing that bat, young man. Swing it. Listen, this ain't fourth grade fast pitch the first time. No third strike looking. Swing the bat.
He had 213 strikeouts in 1 year. 213. He hit 199 with 213 strikeouts, and people are still giving this dude money. You know what he made last year?
Home run.
11 million. Let me, Jay Foreman.
Let's see what he's doing in the postseason.
This what he's
no home runs in the postseason.
Listen to this.
hey, hold on. This is the best part. Now he only played in one game though. Okay. He played. Hold on. Played it. But listen, in the playoffs he went 0 for 4 with 1 strikeout. So I give him that. That's a little bit better.
Hey, shocker! Hey everybody, a 200 hitter never played the postgame.
I like it though, man. I hear you. Joey Gallo. I like it. Is he a good fielder?
You understand why?
Go Clever.
Oh, then you in there. I'll sign you. You good.
Cannon for an arm.
Yeah. And you can hit dingers. That's all I want to see.
And he was still a league average hitter last year.
I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad.
He's gonna look good in that net.
Look, my eyes have clouded
We're gonna
up.
buy him a Joey Gallo jersey.
My eyes. I will burn it.
No,
I will burn.
Merry Christmas.
I will burn that jersry. You might as well.
We're gonna present it out there. You know, we're gonna
we'll take it to the window.
We'll put it out there. Joey
there are very few jerseys that I would like just not accept.
What about if we got a sign?
No.
Hey, what if he said 2 DP?
No.
Home run.
Burn
Joey
it.
Gallo.
Left turns only.
Joey Gallo.
Burn.
Joey left turn Gallo.
That's
it right
He's
there.
right turn.
No,
he's
he's
right
not.
turn. He don't get no left.
Hey.
Left turns mean you can go from first base to second base. Second base to third base. Right turn, go sit your butt on the bench. As a matter of fact, keep walking past the bench into the locker room.
My man don't break a sweat. You know what I mean when he get there.
I'm
here.
That means everybody who in the sound of my voice has a shot tomorrow to play in the major league.
If I got drafted by the Nats and you're paying him $5 million and I'm in AAA, oh yeah, you got to call me. I need 10.
I'm gonna bunt every at bat. At least I got a shot at getting on.
Yeah. But I like it that he strikes out.
They make me so mad. I like
the fact that he plays for the Nats.
I can't even be a fan anymore.
And number two, my man gets up there and it's either home run. He don't even want walks. That's the thing. Is great, man. That's almost as great as the Gary Sheffield advice that he got from Bobby Bonds Sr.
Heated. I'm so heated right now. I just saw that, and you could have told me
you don't like Golden Glovers. We're playing defense.
Listen to me, man. Listen,
we're playing defense.
Listen to me,
and we're stealing bases.
He hit. Let me think. 177 last year, and that was an uptake over the previous 3 years. That is just who? There's a GM in Washington. Please send him cards in mail. Please send him just.
He must not play that much. He don't get a lot of games in.
He's a platoon guy now. He mashes righties. Doesn't seem much against lefties.
What? Platoon what?
I like him though, man. Joey Gallo, you got a fan here, man. You're not a national gem, but you still like you though. Anyways, we're gonna take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll talk Husker basketball against these Ohio State Buckeyes. Jay Foreman, DP Austin, Joey Gallo, left turn. We're out.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through January 28th, enjoy Lincoln's favorite USDA Choice Bacon Wrapped Sirloin Fillets for just $3.99 per 8-ounce cut. All natural whole Boston butt for $1.49 per pound. And lumberjack pellets for $7.99 per 20-pound bag. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
It's Pro Time Nebraska. The Omaha Supernovas, your Major League Volleyball team, is playing in the first ever Pro Volleyball Federation match on January 24th against the Atlanta Vibe at the CHI Health Center. Be a part of history and visit supernovas.com to secure your single match tickets today.
Healing the heart takes heart. Our dedicated team of cardiac experts is here for you with breakthrough treatments for serious conditions and expert advice for living longer with a healthier heart. We bring healing care to our community with over 90 cardiology specialists and subspecialists and more than 50 locations across Nebraska, southwest Iowa, and northern Kansas. Find out how we heal hearts with heart, starting with yours at chihealth.com/heart.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Old School with DP and J.
DPGM. What are you going to do to Caleb Williams? What are you going to do? You going to draft him?
No.
You're not going to draft him?
No, I don't. Here's my thing. I don't want anybody to know. I'm not going to bring poison into my program because that's what it would be. He's letting you know he's poison. He's venom. Why would I put poison in my own soup?
Maybe you think you're a mongoose. You can't.
I have zero.
You're a mongoose. You can take the cobra venom.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Start 2024 off on a high note by loading up on meat and more at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through January 23rd is a Nebraska ground beef case sale. 12 one-pound packages of premium Nebraska ground beef for just $46.99 per case and $2 off Graza olive oils. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open, one at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebraska Huskers segment. Jay Foreman, DP. That's basketball. That is. They play 6:00 tonight on Peacock. Early start. Streaming services will start to be in effect now, but big game for another less against the Huskers, or for the Huskers against the Buckeyes. Buckeyes come in 13-5. Big victory last game. They got Buckeyes are always going to be good. Right? They're in every sport. They're always going to have good players. I think, when you look at, Zed Key has been there for a while. Bruce Thornton's playing well. Battle's doing pretty decent. When you look at the guys that they've all played 18 games, their top 6 or 7 players, and they all been pretty consistent. Obviously, you got 3 guys, 14 and up, and it's both the guards and the forward. So I think that's a good matchup for Nebraska in the sense of they defend pretty well, at those positions, especially if Gary comes back. I think that really helps out. But I think the inside presence of, Rink Mass and Josiah will help out, to alleviate any type of scoring prowess that they have. I think when you look at the 2 guards, they play a ton of minutes. So when you think about that, you need to get one of them in foul trouble, right? And you really need to focus on trying to take one of them out And obviously, you got to look at which one doesn't probably shoot the best from 3-point range. Neither one of them. So what does that tell you about their offense, DP? Those guys are getting downhill, trying to get to the free throw line. The best 3-point shooter is Battle. So when they're driving, we're trying to stay at home on that 3-point shooter, right? So we're trying to eliminate one of the options of those two guards when they try to get downhill to kick it out. So what's probably happening, they're beating guys out the dribble. That wing guy's coming in, and like Strick says, is butt naked three. So you want to make sure that you're staying at home and really taking away their strength. And so when they have one really good 3-point shooter coming in here, 45%, and he's their best free throw shooter, he is their shooter. So now you got to really focus on the other two guys that really, carry the water. Like I like to say, look at that, man. You're getting a nice little wave by that young little gentleman right there, right? In traffic. Look at him.
Sharing the good.
Hey, I'll tell you this. He's already got the presidential wave down pretty good, doesn't he?
Hey, get him early.
Yeah, get him early.
Get him early.
Yeah, so that's awesome. So, I think it's a big game for the Huskers. I think, it's a big win for Northwestern or against Northwestern for them. The biggest thing, like I always say, with a lot of Nebraska programs and players, is how you deal with success. You get it. You get, back-to-back at home. It's going to be packed. It's going to have a ton of energy. So I think it's a thing that where Nebraska just has to bring the fight to Ohio State. And it's going to be a game that's going to come down the last 6-7 minutes. But Nebraska plays well. That they should be more than capable of taking care of business.
Like I think with Juwan Gary or without, there's those. It's the last conversation we had before I left. There's certain things that tell me whether Nebraska's locked in or not, and how they do on the boards, how they defend in space, and then what are they doing at the free throw line?
Yep.
Right. Those three things are constant because everything else is driven. The energy driven, hey, I'm in the moment. Things are driven. Defense and how you rebound. And then it tells me if you're being aggressive, whether you're going to free throw line. Right. And we know that Nebraska shooters do better from the field when they're being active at the free throw line.
Right.
Like we know those things.
Yeah.
And that's part of the personality of this team, whether Juwan Gary's there or not. Josiah Alec has figured out I have to go to the free throw line.
Yeah.
Like I need to play. Like I can't just play like the Tasmanian Devil on defense and then become this passive brick setter. I'm just going to be out here laying blocks. No, you've got to be a factor. It frees up. It makes Casey play more freely when he has the physical specimens being active. It makes Sam Hoiberg better for the bigs to be active because then he can pick and choose. He can pick pockets and get them in transition again.
Right. Yeah, I think the one thing also I look for this team, Austin and DP, is I'm a big believer in, you're going to have the energy when you start the game and excited and all that, especially defensively and offensively. I always use the word steady. Defensively, let's be crisp on any communication switches or any rotations, right? That's being steady. Make them make shots. They're going to come. They're on scholarship too. They got a really good basketball program and have for quite some time. So they're going to make shots, but let's be steady. Let's not give them anything easy. Then offensively, let's take whatever they get. And then also, let's not play in a hurry early in the game. Sometimes you can get overzealous, right? Let's not give them anything easy to where in the first timeout, I think it's under 16, that they are walking to their bench like, oh, we aren't playing that well, but you know what? They spotted us 6 points. So now let's go gather our true confidence. Let's have them wondering going to their bench and to try to adjust to what we're doing. And while we're making really, really small adjustments to lead to big results. So I think that's a big thing. I think if they can get healthy and get Gary back, I think, when you had Eli Rice come off and play some good defensive minutes, I think that's really good because he brought some physicalness and he's got quickness and stuff like that. I like that. It takes the pressure off of Williams trying to provide that steady offense and those guys where you can, all right, bring you in, no turnovers, active hands. A Nat, really was really good, 2 or 3 minutes off the bench for him. And then allows other guys to rest. And so, I think it's a great opportunity for the team and the basketball program to see where they're at, but then also, take a step in the right direction. Everything they want is right in front of them. And, this is a big game. Everybody's worried about the start time and all that. I think, listen, when you're playing basketball in the Big Ten, you can't worry about when you play, and you have a tremendous opportunity to do some things. And I like it that Nebraska has, 4 guys that are averaging double digits. Obviously with Gary, hopefully he's playing, but then you got CJ Wilcher, which I've talked about numerous. The way he's playing is equal. If you took it points per minute, obviously it's double digits.
Yeah, Austin, the way you watch the game and then the post game, you get a lot of the vibe, right? So you get the vibe of the arena and then the text line afterwards. What would you say your comfort level that this team figures out a way at home to beat Ohio State?
On the Foreman 1 to 7 scale, it's 3.75. Slight nod to Nebraska being at home. They found a way against Northwestern. That's the most important thing, right? Is that they found a way to win. I don't love this matchup without Juwan Gary. I thought Northwestern was a better matchup without him. I think the way this turns into a positive matchup for Nebraska is if Bryce Williams being engaged on Jamison Battle gets him engaged on the offensive end. That's the positive of Juwan Gary being out. It might force Bryce Williams to lock in on defense, which offense tends to flow from defense. So that's the optimistic spin.
Jay, it's the same space. You as a basketball guy. So if you're coaching Nebraska and you look across, you look at all the stats, you look at the film of Ohio State, how comfortable are you?
I think I'm probably 4.5, maybe trending to 5. I think hopefully by this time in the season, I have a lot of, what I call superior confidence in what I'm going to get out there on the floor. Obviously, it hadn't been, maybe up to our two highest standards, because I think that defensively they just aren't as crisp yet, but I think they were crisp against Northwestern. We've seen them play for a couple of games now. We need it again tonight. I like our depth at the most crucial positions going against their strength. That's guard and small forward. I like our depth. I like Casey being able to hopefully run these guys off of so many picks, wear them out. Bryce Williams, right? I like that. Okay, I like CJ. I like Sam Hoiberg. And if we need to get some minutes out of Eli Rice, this is a game. If I'm Jamarcus Lawrence, I have got to show up. Why? He can go tit for tat. He can go bucket for bucket, mid-range to mid-range. And the people don't understand the psychology of basketball because everything is in this YouTube and highlight reel where it's either a three-pointer or alley-oop dunk or trying to be in your bag where we go 55 dribbles and hit something off of there. But if Austin comes down and hits one on me and he's guarding me, and within the next 2 possessions, I get one on him, that success you had is erased.
It's a wash.
It's a wash. That's what you need. You need to be able to answer, but not force it. And I think if with the teams, and it could be, if you go back to the Northwestern game, when Northwestern even started to get a little bit of success inside physical and they're scrappy, right? I think it's number 14. That dude is good, man. He can get up. I forget his name.
Was it Barnheiser?
Yeah, Barnheiser. I like the way he played. He can play tight end for them because my man been in the weight rom, right?
He'd be a starter tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. ASAP. Right up the draft boards, right? Be like Mike Mamula. But I think though, when you look at it, what Nebraska was able to do is run that high point center with Rink Mass and hit him on back cuts, hit him on pick and slips quick. And then so everything that Northwestern was doing when they were inbounds in the ball, if you really got to watch it, Collins was coaching them. So when they were coming down on the offensive side, they're still replaying, getting torched on defense because it was so early in the play clock that you knew, was it a breakdown? Was it DP that's supposed to stay? Was it Austin that hedged too much? Should we switch? Then you start questioning that stuff, and that's how you get the lead. So that's why you need to play steady. So I think if Nebraska can mentally wear these guys out and allow their depth and their all that stuff to overwhelm them, really focus on one guy you want to take out, right? We got to get one of those guys.
You have to get Battle off the snap because he's kind of the setter.
Right. You got to get Battle off the three-point line.
Yeah.
He's also kicked your butt the last 3 years. It's one of those two guys.
But I like Rink Mass. And I like Derek Walker against him. Battle off the three-point line and keep him off the free throw line, and then take one of those guards and say, you know what, DP or Austin, because I want to score, so I'm going to want you to. I need you to keep him 3 or 4 points below his average, and then we're good. So, anyways, men's basketball edition. We'll come back with a quick segment before the 6 o'clock hour. DP, you heading to the game?
I am indeed.
All right. And so we'll go take a quick break, come back, and then next thing you know, you guys will be on to the Peacock, right? Jay Foreman, DP, Austin, we'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Healing the heart takes heart. Our dedicated team of cardiac experts is here for you with breakthrough treatments for serious conditions and expert advice for living longer with a healthier heart. We bring healing care to our community with over 90 cardiology specialists and subspecialists and more than 50 locations across Nebraska, Southwest Iowa, and northern Kansas. Find out how we heal hearts with heart, starting with yours at chihealth.com/heart.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through January 28th, enjoy Lincoln's favorite USDA Choice Bacon Wrapped Sirloin Fillets for just $3.99 per 8-ounce cut. All natural whole Boston butt for $1.49 per pound, and lumberjack pellets for $7.99 per 20-pound bag. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of freezing rain this morning. Otherwise, fog, increasing fog. Today we'll see a high around 34. Tonight, a chance of freezing rain. Otherwise, fog, increasing fog expected with a low around 31. And tomorrow, a chance of rain and more freezing rain, more fog too. We'll see a high around 35. Meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back right before Huskers are probably starting their pregame thing right now. So DP, Jay Foreman, Austin on the ones and twos. Old
Jay, I got
school.
another trivia question for you.
Okay, go ahead. I probably won't get it, but go
This
ahead.
is for Jay Foreman. This is for Jay Foreman. There are two players,
Okay.
who have played in both the NFL and the NBA. Two.
Dang.
Players. Two. That's it. That's the only
Dave Winfield?
Two players. It was not Dave Winfield. If I told you Otto Graham was one.
Okay.
Otto Graham was one.
And is the next one in what era is he? Oh, Tony. No, not Tony Gonzalez.
And in saying Minnesota, you're more right than you know. He has a Minnesota connection.
It's not Dave Winfield?
It is not Dave Winfield.
Dave is a baseball guy.
Dave Winfield.
This person played in the NFL and the NBA.
I don't know.
What if I told you that it's Otto Graham and Bud Grant?
Man, I knew that, man. I did know that. Yeah, I did. I did know that. Man, I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did remember that.
Yeah, that came across my phone. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
Wait a minute, right?
Yeah.
So, pretty good stuff, right?
Yeah, he was a good athlete, man.
There you go.
Yeah, CFL legend
There you
and
go.
the NFL. Yep.
There you go.
Man, I can't believe I forgot that, man. I remember in high school, Bud Grant used to come to our games because, Mike Grant was my high school coach. So that he would come, work the games or whatever. Bud came to a practice. And I remember, he was talking to me about basketball and, some teams came in looking at me at basketball. And I was, looking at him like, you ain't never played no basketball. Then everybody was like, yo, he could hoop.
But what's his first name?
Bud.
No.
Harry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I never knew that. All I know him as Bud. That's funny. Harry is like the go-to name that everybody tries to cover up because I played with Jamie Sharper, and I played with, at this time I've been with him for 2 years. In the third year, I had to have his ID to do something,
Mm-hmm.
and you just look at his driver's license, and it said Harry, and he's named after his dad. Oh, killing him in the meetings. Love you, Jamie. You my dude, man. But yeah, he's Harry Sharper, Harry Jamie Sharper.
That's what it is. So I just put the picture of young Bud Grant in your phone.
I guarantee he had a high and tight.
High and tight, and it showed him with some elevation.
Oh yeah,
Bud could get up. Bud could get Air Bud, man.
You talking about the ankle strength back then?
Hey, man.
Yeah, man.
Come on, Bud.
Anyways, good episode. Good 2 hours of old school. Appreciate you guys listening. Text line, it was on fire. Appreciate it again tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first game, Supernovas. We will be up there courtside from 4 to 6, so we'll be able to give you a live look in on pregame warm-up. So for everybody out there, tune in to Peacock for the Huskers to beat down the Buckeyes. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. We'll holler at you tomorrow.